Did you hear? Oh, about the principal not showing up today? I mean, he's never missed a day, so that's kinda weird, I guess. Nah, the other thing. Yeah, I'm not playing Guess Who with you today. What happened? I heard from Miss Phillips that Mr. Mack is out. Indefinitely. That's crazy. Do you know why? Yeah, I think she said something about him getting hit by a car or something. I have so many questions. And I don't have the answers. That's all I know. Well, do you know who's taking his place? Alright, kiddos, take your seats. I got a lot of things to do today, so let's go ahead and get this started. And who are you? Alright, so my name is Mr. Bubba, but you can call me teacher because I don't plan on staying here for too long. Mr. Bubba? What happened to Mr. Mack? Oh my god, for the 100th time, it's not my fault. I mean, he was involved in an accident, and he's in a coma or some shit. So anyway. Why is there a plushie in your hand? Hey, listen, my man. This isn't 20 questions. You're already asking one too many questions if you ask me. Ain't nobody need to ask that many questions within the span of 5 seconds. I think this dude is insane. I don't know. I think I kind of like this guy. Okay, so the topic of this class is math. Oh hell nah. Yeah, we not doing that. As a matter of fact, what do you little bastards know about a game called Gears of War? Hey, I actually played that game. The beta for E-Day came out yesterday. I actually haven't played since Gears 3. Type shit. But this is math class. Shouldn't we continue learning about the Pythagorean theorem? Alright man, so A squared plus B squared equals C your way out my classroom, little homie. I've warned you way too many times. I'm not even joking. Out. Now. Alright you kiddos, strap in and start taking notes. Let me tell you how Gears of War E-Day will save the gaming industry. What is actually going on today? Shh! Shut up dude, I'm trying to pay attention. Alright, so now normally in the gaming industry, anytime a game is released, we obviously cheer about what's in the game, right? However, with the announcement of Gears of War E-Day, many people online are cheering about what's not in the game. Wait, so how is the video playing on the chalkboard? The power of video editing. Yeah, sure, that works for me, I guess. And that's why Gears of War E-Day caught my attention and other gamers alike, including Gears of War fans in general. Not because Marcus Phoenix is back, which, let's be honest, the man's voice alone could sell the school's cafeteria pizza that tastes like cardboard, but because of what the Coalition has been saying about the project and how they've been handling player feedback online. It is pretty terrible, not gonna lie. What, Marcus Phoenix? No, the pizza, obviously. They're talking about story, they're talking about PvP and PvE gameplay. They're talking about building the best Gears game they can instead of chasing whatever trend is making publishers push out some pretty egregious content nowadays. Now, are promises enough? Of course not. We've all been in this relationship before. But for once, it feels like a major AAA studio is saying the things that players have actually been asking to hear, which is pretty refreshing if you ask me. Let's be honest, gamers have trust issues, and can you blame us? We've watched games launch with more bugs and microtransactions than we can count on the fingers and toes of everyone in this room. Why would you pick that analogy? We've seen roadmaps become apologies. We've seen live service become corporate code for we'll finish it after you pay. Every few months, another publisher decides that their beloved single-player franchise actually needs a Battle Royale mode, 6 different currencies, daily chores, and layers of menus upon menus that rival an onion. Not every game needs to become your second job or even require you to get a second job. Deadass me with Marvel Rivals. Yeah, but isn't that the only game you play though? I know the ball and gun gamer isn't talking to me about what I play. Didn't you just drop $100 on NCAA for an offline game mode and pre-order the new Call of Duty? I know the free-to-play protector here isn't talking. Aren't you almost worse than the sword and potion savant over here? You can just say sword and sorcery gamer, but to try and insult me for liking RPGs is pretty insane. Oi, you three, pipe down. That's the next video's topic. Save that dialogue for later. What did he say? The reality of gaming is that the obsession with engagement metrics has started replacing actual fun. Instead of asking, will players enjoy this, the question has become, will players log in every day for 6 months? Or what microtransactions can we put out that will maximize the profit that we can make? Those are two very different goals that keep impacting games today. And that's exactly why E-Day feels refreshing. The biggest thing that Gears of War E-Day is promising isn't fancy graphics, even though they do look pretty amazing. It's focus. Wait, what do you mean by focus? Huh, someone actually asked a good question. I try. The Coalition has repeatedly described the E-Day as an origin story centered around Marcus Phoenix and Dom Santiago during Emergence Day, which is the single worst day in human history. So instead of trying to juggle 50 different systems designed to keep you online forever, they're putting the spotlight back on where Gears has always been the strongest, its characters. Not only the characters, but going back to the roots of what made the Gears franchise great to begin with. Marcus and Dom weren't just cool because they carried around chainsaw guns, they were memorable because they felt human. That's what made the original trilogy resonate with players. And judging by everything we heard so far, EA wants to recapture that emotional core story-wise. But not only that, they want to do it gameplay-wise as well. Now with gameplay, there's Unreal Engine 5, which yes, prettier graphics are nice, and no one is going to complain if locusts somehow look more horrifying, but graphics alone don't make a great game. EA is promising not only good story, but they're also promising 12-player PvE Horde Siege mode. No battle passes, no pay-to-win mechanics. Nearly every cosmetic is unlocked through challenges, achievements, and progression. And they've even said they, quote, taken a more old-school approach. There's 4 classes in Horde Siege mode: Assault, Marksman, Breacher, and Medic. Boss invasions that will take all 12 players to take down. Weapon mods and build crafting, PvP versus mode, which will have 4 modes at launch: Team Deathmatch, Conquest, Demolition, and Crucible. More maps and modes coming after the game's launch. There's new movement mechanics that will also transfer into multiplayer. And not only that, there will be a ranked mode at launch. And everything that the Coalition has shown, EA has the potential to be the greatest game in the Gears franchise. You have no idea how excited I am for this game. October can't come any sooner. I mean, it sounds interesting. Might actually be a good time to get back into the series, honestly. It is. EA lines itself up to be the perfect game for both veterans and new players alike. It feels like you're being extremely biased with all of this though. There's gotta be some negatives attached to the game, right? No game release is perfect and has to have some flaws. That's kinda a messed up thing to say to a teacher, yeah? No, that's pretty fair, but let's be realistic here. We've heard amazing promises before. Marketing teams don't exactly get paid to say, yeah, the game is probably gonna be okay. Every developer wants you to be excited. Every trailer looks incredible. Until launch day reminds everyone why review embargoes exist. So no, I'm not saying EA is automatically gonna be a masterpiece. It still has to earn that. Healthy skepticism is completely reasonable here. The difference is that the direction they're communicating is exactly the direction a lot of players have been asking for. That's worth acknowledging, at least if you ask me. If EA succeeds, it could send a message much bigger than Gears itself as a franchise. Maybe publishers will stop assuming every franchise needs to become a forever game. Maybe we'll see more investments in more cinematic single-player experiences. Maybe studios will realize that respecting players and their time can actually be the most profitable thing here. Because here's the funny thing. For years, companies have been trying to manufacture player engagement with daily rewards, long-game bonuses, and seasonal events. Meanwhile, one genuinely great game can have people talking about it for decades. Nobody remembers the Battle Pass from 10 years ago. People remember Dom. People remember Mad World. People remember the moments that made them put down the controller and just sit there and take in the experience. People remember intense competitive moments in multiplayer. That's the kind of impacts that games should aim for, and I believe that's the type of impact that EA is trying to have on its players. Okay, I mean no disrespect when I ask this, but why do you care? Dude, nah, it's cool. Continue. Why do you care? You seem really passionate about the game, sure, so I'm just kinda curious. The games industry has been in a rough state for a while now, and by a while I mean a few years now. Everything that EA promises is a step in the right direction to heal it. At the same time, Halo is considered to be Xbox's biggest IP, and the Halo remaster that launched was pretty mid overall, and it felt like a quick cash grab. Gears has the opportunity to realistically change that and even overthrow Xbox's IP and become one of the main attraction points. At the end of the day, Gears of War E-Day isn't exciting just because it's bringing back one of Xbox's biggest franchises. It's exciting because it's representing something that players have been missing: storytelling, focus, and confidence. It's a game that seems interested in being great before it worries about being endlessly monetized. Will it deliver? Nobody knows yet. But if it does, it won't just be a win for Gears of War. It'll be a reminder that sometimes the best way to move the industry forward is by remembering what made people fall in love with games in the first place. And honestly, for that reason, I'm really hoping that it succeeds for the future of gaming. I see. That's kind of a great way to look at it. With that being said, I kinda hope it does well too. Oh hell yeah, and got some time to spare. Time to go home and play the beta. Bubba, did you kick a student out on your first day? And what's this here about you not teaching math? You really didn't think I wasn't gonna tell on you once the principal got here?
He also told me you're only here because you're the one who hit Mr. Mack with your car.
Wait, what? Oh, you little snitch. Meet me in my office now. We need to have a talk about your teaching situation. All I want to do is play the beta. So, you want to go home and play the E-Day beta? Say less. Oh, you little fucking snitch.